OG Gfred. Anyone who doesn't do the OG lines in this with us, with those of us who are doing it, is going to get probably an easy win. Like, there was some OG lines that...
What a scumbag!
honestly, I forgot about. They were that much OG, you know, to them. So we'll see. No scuba suit. We're doing all the OG lines, so no train tracks at all. No first person. It's locked to third person, this one. You're not allowed to go through Zancudo because Zancudo wasn't open. We'll explain it as we go through the reason that I'm taking the lines that I'm taking. These are pretty much going to be the same lines that if you look at the Gfred playlist on the second channel, the very first episode of Gfred on the second channel, which is the last episode in the playlist because it's in reverse order.
What a scumbag!
God, look at all these people with scuba suits. They've got such a big lead already. Scumbags. The very first episode on Gfred is the last episode in the playlist, and it's my first ever Gfred victory. And I'm going to try and replicate...
Will you do it?
I'm going to try and replicate those lines today, because that is pretty much OG lines. The original lines that we used to do before we found all this new stuff. I guess it'll be fun because you'll get to see... Oh my god. You'll get to see like how Gfred has changed over the years. All the run skippers are going to miss this juicy context. That's true. Well, so far doing the OG line hasn't helped me at all. I'm so far back. There's going to be some scumbags who are taking the normal lines, I think. Shout out to the run-skipping scumbags on YouTube. Thank you, Ace Dons, for the 100 bits, and Orbiten not? I'm sorry if I said that wrong. With the 200 bits, happy chalk day, I mean birthday, thank you. Wateri Pateri as well, and Felices Arbors. I've said that badly, I'm so sorry that I've ruined people's names. Thank you guys for the subscriptions, I appreciate it. So yeah, you'll get to see how Gfred has evolved over the years. This is our 99th Gfred on the second channel. The one before we start doing all the Gfred celebrations for Gfred 100. And you'll get to see how it's evolved over the years. Parachute line never used to be a thing. All sorts of things that you're going to see. The train tracks never used to be a thing in Gfred. And now having to do this again instead of just being in first person and holding A is different. If this was proper OG Gfred, you'd be allowed motorbikes. Well, it's OG to a certain extent. Connell with the 3 months in a row, the end of your first streak. Enjoy. Yeah, this one, I've had some good Gfreds. In the last, isn't it the last 5 Gfreds, I've had 3 wins and 1 victory. 3 wins and 1 victory. What on earth am I saying? 3 wins and 2 second places. So the last 5 Gfreds have been very, very good. This is not going to be a good Gfred with all these OG lines. I'd be surprised if I don't die on some of the descents down Chiliad that I've got to do before we found the train tracks. I'll take a picador. Why are people turning their nose up at a picador? Foggy. Alright, good start. That always helps. Second equals victory. Confirmed. Oh, man. I remember, actually, yeah, when we first started doing Gfred, the PC version that we're now doing the 99th Gfred on, I don't think existed of GTA back then. Because I remember there being, on the second channel, it's still there, obviously in the Gfred playlist, the first 60 FPS Gfred. That was the title of the video. Ow! Oh no! Oh, I totally would have made it past that scumbag. Locked to third person. And that was the only... Aww.
He's a scumbag! He's an absolute scumbag!
Damn it. And that was the only time that we'd ever really see the train in a Gfred. Because we never used to do the train track route up Chiliad. Never used to be a thing. It's amazing. It really is amazing. I said it in that video where I was explaining Gfred on the main channel. It's amazing how it's evolved over the years. The lines people have found and the ways that people have found to go quicker. At one point we thought an under 20-minute Gfred wouldn't be possible, and now the world record's like 17 minutes. AJ Malloy with a 26 months in a row. I just noticed this ran out. Thank you for resubscribing. Yeah, Twitch Prime. If you're subscribing with Twitch Prime, you gotta remember that it doesn't roll on automatically. Thank you for the 26 months in a row, man. I appreciate it. Alright, Zion will do us for now. This is really weird. It's kind of weird to be doing a Gfred where I have absolutely no expectations to win. Like, I know I'm not going to win because I'm doing such slow lines.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Like, almost every part of the race is going to be slower than what it could be. Significantly so as well. So I know I'm not going to win. It's kind of weird. But it's nice to revisit, you know. I always think that's a good thing. When you're reaching a milestone, it's sort of something. It's nice to go back and see where it all came from. GFDTZ with the subscription with Twitch Prime as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, someone went to the other side of the road to go get a quicker car. That was never an OG thing. The thing is, it's not exactly been a requirement for everybody else to do. Oh, that was a good decision.
He's a scumbag! He's an absolute scumbag!
It's never been. It wasn't a requirement of this race for everybody to do OG lines because, frankly, a lot of people might never have seen them before. People either didn't go back and watch the very early Gfreds on their second channel or haven't been here for that long. So people don't know. People only know the lines that have become, you know, the best lines to use. So that's why I know I'm not going to win, because there's probably going to be some people who do the usual try hard lines, and it's just impossible. Even a mediocre driver doing the better lines would do better than the best driver doing the OG lines. It's that much slower. Alright, we used to always fail this in OG Gfred. This is the one thing that we've gotten a lot better, that I've personally at least gotten a lot better at. I would always fail. Is that a 9F?
Oh, what a scumbag!
Oh, rip. Rip Bayman. At least he got the airport checkpoint before. That's done. That scumbag sound was perfectly timed as well. Oh, someone's got a 9F. 9F is still OP. Rip Bayman. I'm so sorry. Skull. Oh man. Almost into the top 10. Right, you're going to see the OG lines up Chiliad, not utilising the train tracks now. All the way up the highway. There was a certain period of time where we would go through the Vinewood Hills, but that was actually in between. Like that was found after this, so we... Jesus. We used to take this route, and then someone discovered, I think it was Oleg discovered, that you could take a quicker line through the Vinewood Hills, and then we started doing like this line where you peel off to the left. But this was the true OG line on Gfred, all the way up the highway. Karma from the Picador, yeah, probably. That's reasonable. GFDTZ, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription, I appreciate it. Oleg with the 44 months in a row, that's a long time, 44 months. Alright, this stopped processing automatically for some reason. Well, thank you Oleg, I appreciate the 44 months in a row. And Sexy Scott with the 4 months as well with our perfectly timed sound. Thanks for reminding me that my free Amazon Prime sub doesn't automatically resubscribe, cheers. Well, thank you for continuing to resubscribe. Anyone who has Amazon Prime, again, you can link it to your Twitch account. You get a free Twitch subscription to anybody.
Oh, what a scumbag!
It doesn't have to be me, as always, I always say. But you get a free Twitch subscription to any channel as part of your Amazon Prime account. You just got to link it to Twitch and then you get it. But yeah, it doesn't automatically renew every month. You have to manually come back and click subscribe every time. You still get a streak though. 2 months in a row, 3 months in a row, stuff like that. Happy 34 with the 2 months in a row. 2 months? I didn't even know I was subbed. Well, thank you either way. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 2 months, man. And White Wolves with the $1. You need to wait, you killed him. To be fair, I mean, it was just a mess. I don't think I can take full blame for that. I have 2 months, but not in a row. Twitch are changing that soon. And you're going to be able to have those 2 months. It doesn't have to be in a row. Whenever they change that, it will just take into account your total amount subscribed. The bikes are still there. Alright, here we go. OG line. Up Chiliad. This is the one that people will probably know the most, because we do this on Snowfreds. Sometimes it pays to do it on a rainy Gfred as well if you've got a rear wheel drive car. Because it's the easier way to get up Chiliad, but longer. And obviously on a Snowfred. Oh, boo! Boo, Alan Prost! Where's that Gfred spirit? Yeah, on a Snowfred, since we banned the 9F, the Infernus and the Sultan, this is the way that you want to go. You're not really going to get up the other way on a Snowfred. I'm looking forward to doing Snowfreds again. I think there was 2 people who did the regular route. It looks like there's a few people, 1 or 2 people I think it was, who chose to do the regular. Is that Bayman? Bayman's had a decent little comeback, considering he died on the top of the airport. Yeah, I wonder how many people just do the regular route. I'm going to call them scumbags, even though they don't have to do the OG route. I'm still going to call them scum. Oh yeah, we never used to go up the stairs actually on this bit. That was only when we go up the other way. So we always used to get the checkpoint from this angle, and then we used to go down the road a little bit and peel off to the left because for some reason I thought that was quicker. Ah, all these scums going to the right. This is where I lose all the time. Alright, let's go here. This was the way that I used to get down Chili at. Oh, please don't say I'm stuck. Come on. Everybody else has gone the normal way because this is just suicidal. But this is the way we used to do it. Down to that road over there. In fact, I think... You know, the purpose of this isn't to try and win Gfred, obviously. The 99th Gfred was to do the OG lines regardless of what the outcome would be. But I almost feel like I used to just launch it down here without any care in the world back in the day. And more often than not, I'd survive. And I don't know how. I don't know how I used to do that. There were obviously a few bad moments. But this was the way to make it down Chiliad before we discovered the train tracks. And then the train tracks became the best way to go up and down. Alright, there we go. White Wolves with the $1. We should start spamming shame. What, to everyone who doesn't do the OG route. Oh my god. Surfer scum. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, OG, you gotta do the... Oh, I'm doing the jump. Just why not? Gotta do the OG route around Zancudo as well. Here's some people coming down. Coming down the left side. GG's everybody else who's doing the OG route. I only know the route when the parachute line was discovered, says Trumpet Master in chat. A likely story. Interesting how it just so happens that the parachute line was discovered to make the best Gfred route that is still in existence now. So if you only know the line with the parachute jump in, then really you only know the best way to get through Gfred. Quite the coincidence. Quite the coinky dink. Not to know any other OG Gfred lines. Press X to doubt. Yeah. These are facts. OG for Trumpet Masters like 2017. Oh, I've just realised we never used to go up this hill. It used to be down here. And then through the tunnel. And then we used to do the jump at the end of this bit. That line is totally more fun. It's not as quick, but it's more fun. I miss doing that line. I think in the olden days, the Blazer used to be kind of pseudo banned. Oh, rip Trumpet. but never officially banned until somebody actually used it. I knew that was going to happen. 9F. It's not really worth changing it, is it? Like, the Blazer would never really show itself much in Gfreds, but it was kind of... It was theoretically banned with the no bikes thing, but it wasn't until somebody actually started using it that the official rule came in. Alright, we gotta do the regular line. What happened to Trumpet? Did he commit suicide on purpose, or did he just die? And then we go through here, the little shortcut. That was always the quickest line to get this way. Now we're doing the swim. I wish I knew how well I was doing to people who did the OG lines. That's what I want. I don't know. We don't know how many people did all OG lines, how many people did some OG lines and some normal lines, and how many people have just done full lines. You mean Suedo, right? That's what I said, right? I don't know why, like, Suedo. Suedo is the same thing. What? Trumpet killed himself on purpose. Okay, well, GG, Trumpet. Throw your car in the water like the old days. Why are you having a go at the way I say Suedo? That's how you say it. How do you not say that? How do you say that word if that's not how you say it? Pseudo. Oh, yeah. That rings a bell. But isn't Suedo an alternative way to say it? Maybe not. Maybe. Oh, man. Well... well, you learn something new every day. You've all learned the OG Gfred lines, and I've learned how to say words. Don't put it in the water. We used to just launch the cars off the water at that point. Oh, someone did, and he's died because of it. He's respawned. He was just ahead of me. Alright, we gotta go. Suedo. Pseudo. Like, the... Now that I'm... Oh, are we in for a top 5 here? No way. Oh wow, look, it's so close for the lead as well. Pseudo. Like, I know that word exists. Like, I know that word is a thing, pseudo, and I know that people have said it pseudo. I just don't know why I have said it Suedo before. What? I don't know. I think I should keep saying Suedo. It's more fun. In before someone swoops in a parachute. I'm gonna shoot them if they do. Looks like we're not gonna get top 5. How close it was. Doing the OG lines makes it a closer race. I haven't really done much wrong in this Gfred. And you can see the time difference. Like, this hasn't... I haven't really failed much. I haven't had any big fails or anything. I'll take a 6 though for the OG lines. Rip turbo. So, you know, like a 20, that's the difference. A good Gfred now would be 20 minutes. Even, I mean, the stream record is 19 minutes and what, 8 seconds, 6 seconds, something like that. It's a good 5 minutes slower. That's how Gfred has improved over the years. It's it's improved by about 5 minutes over the course of since it was first, you know, since we thought we knew what the lines were to what they are now. Crazy. Next week we're not going to have Gfred. I'm thinking of doing a 5M stream next Sunday instead. So the platforms will be a little bit mixed up over the next like iteration of platforms. Because I'm going to plan out the Gfred celebrations, and we're going to have the whole 50-hour Gfred stream, and then the final 100th second channel Gfred will happen at the end of that 50-hour stream, showcasing going through all the Gfreds from start to finish that are on the second channel, and then we'll finish up by doing live the 100th Gfred. And yeah, it'll be about 50 hours, I imagine, with how long Gfreds take and the fact that there's almost 100 of them. But this was number 99, and then I'll make a video on the main channel as well, so keep an eye out for that, about these Gfred celebrations. Lapfred for the first time on Gfred 100. But that was fun to go back to the roots.